happen. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Yes, the stream is now online and we are making that happen. We are making that happen. Back to back two streams. We are looking that making happening. Oh my goodness, we are now live. We are now live. It is the Bundesliga Watchalong, my guys. It is the Bundesliga Watchalong. We are having that much good aspect for today, and it is those good moments which is happening. It is those good moments which is happening. Now we are live for Bayern against Mainz in the Bundesliga, match day 31 of the Bundesliga, Hoffenheim against Dortmund and Leverkusen against Augsburg. What a big Bundesliga watch along we are having. Let me just have some moments of sharing this to those social media platforms. Give me a moment, guys. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Who is going to win that? Give your votes. Let me just share this. It has been shared. It has been shared. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those who are watching this, give your votes on those poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Soon we will be posting those lineups. The lineups of this game over here. It is now looking this way. Let me change this lineup with the Bayern one. Here it is the lineups. Look at the lineups. Look at the lineups. It is Harry Kane, Gnabry doing those forward movements. It is the likes of Leroy Sané, Olise, Stanisic, Kim Min-jae, Pavlovic and Kimmich on the mid-pitch, Eric Dyer and Lima, Vincent Company with this Bundesliga round 31. Is he going to clinch the victory? Is he going to clinch this victory? How is this game going to unfold? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned. Give your votes. It is the likes of Bayern Munich against Mainz. It is the likes of Hoffenheim against Dortmund. It is the likes of Leverkusen against the likes of Augsburg. Is this going to be the deciding one? We will be making the predictions and we will be making those lineups discussions soon having on. Let me just put this chat section. 67% votes which we have got for Bayern. 67% votes for Bayern. A draw is that which we have got for those 33% votes. And apart from that, let me just have that. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section how we are going to make that. Let me just share this on those social media platforms. Those cheeky picky links, they have also been shared. You can watch it from there as well. And give your votes. Are Bayern going to win this? Are Bayern going to win this? Is that going to be the game where Bayern are going to win the Bundesliga with 3 games in hand? Are we going to win that? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Are we going to make that? Bundesliga is ours, and are we going to make that good? With 3 games in hand, we will be able to make that. Harry Kane, will he get the first taste of trophy? And that to an English player getting it in the Bundesliga. Is that going to be? Is that going to be? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. 67% vote for the Bayerns, 33% for a draw, and no votes for Mainz in this game. How are we going to make that? How are we going to make that? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Let me just share those cheeky picky links. Let me just make it official over here. Just 10 minutes more into this game. Are we going to make that big? Are we going to make that big? Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to make this big, or we still have got 3 more matches in hand? We still have got those 3 more matches in hand. We still have got 3 more matches in hand. Are we going to make that? Are we going to make this happen big? How are things going to unfold? Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Back to back, two watch alongs, and we are making that happen. Back to back two watch alongs, and late in the night we have that Copa del Rey finals as well. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are Bayern going to win that with Harry Kane? Are we going to get the taste of the trophy with 3 games in hand? Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Is Bayern going to win this big, or are we going to play 3 more matches to be happening? Are we going to play more matches, or this game is going to be that deciding factor and we are going to win this big? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Are we going to win this against Mainz and clinch the trophy? That is what the Bavarians are going to get. That 67% vote so far for the Bayerns, 0% for Mainz. Are we going to make that big? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Bavarians, are we going to make that big? Bavarians, are we going to make that big? Give your votes, guys. Harry Kane, is he going to get the clinch of the trophy with 3 games in hand? This is going to be his first trophy. We will be having the watch. As well as late in the night, we are having that Copa del Rey finals where we will be having those Real Madrid and Barcelona matches as well. The playlist has been created. The playlist has been created. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. With this lineup, are we going to make that? Is Leroy Sané going to be scoring big for today? The poll section has been pinned on the chat. 67% vote for Bayern, 33% for a draw, and there is a Q&A also over there. Is Vincent Company good for Bayern? Is Vincent Company good for Bayern? There is a Q&A also over here. Give your votes. With just 3 matches left in it, give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Are we going to make that win? Are we going to make this win big? Are we going to get the hold of the Bundesliga with 3 game matches in hand? Are we going to make that? Bambi is not available for today. Bambi is not available for today. Bambi is the man also not available for today, but Diode Upamecano has been seen on those training sessions. Oh my god, we have got one more vote, 75% votes for the Bavarians going to win this game big, 25% for a draw, and we still have got 4 minutes left into this. The lineups are over here. And are we going to make that big? Are we going to make that big? Still 4 minutes into this with this starting lineup. Sane, Olise. It is the likes of Pavlovic who has been brought into the squad. Pavlovic now in the starting lineups. Goretzka has been dropped. Give your votes, guys. 75% votes for the Bavarians. And we are going to make this big or not. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. And adding more to that, look at that. It is back-to-back 2 watch-alongs which we are having for the Saturdays late in the night. It is also the Copa del Rey finals where we will be having the Real Madrid and Barcelona. But for now, it is the Bundesliga round 31 where Bayern Munich and Mainz are going to face Leverkusen and Augsburg. They are going to face Hoffenheim and Dortmund are going to face. But with this lineup, let me put this on the screen, which is going to be, here it is, the lineups. If we are talking about, let me put this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen. Look at the Bundesliga table over here. It is Bayern who are at the top, 72 matches, 72 points, 30 matches played, 22 wins, 6 draws, 2 losses, 87 goals. My goodness, 87 goals which Bayern has scored. Can you just believe that? 87 goals which Bayern has scored. And can you believe that we have scored those 87 goals? My goodness. But still, talking about the matches which we have left in the fixtures for the Bundesliga this season, it is now against Mainz, the next one against Leipzig, and it is Borussia Mönchengladbach as well as Hoffenheim. These are the 4 matches. Can we get hold of the Bundesliga trophy with 3 matches in hand? And 8 points is the difference if this game we are going to get that win, because to talk about the head-to-head collision which happened against Mainz this season, it was the first leg where Mainz has got that victory of 2-1. It is that first match of this season, December 14th, Mainz has got that first victory at home. It was a 2-1. Where to talk about, it was Lee, the man who has been on those scoring spree, getting those 2 goals, and it was Leroy Sané who got that single goal for Bayern. That was a bad one. Mainz has got that. As well as Main in this lineup for now, they have got Jonathan Bukard is there on their striking aspects. It is Lee, number 7, who has been that threat. It is their number 7, Lee, who has been that threat. And with this lineup, it is Leroy Sané on the wings. That will be the talking, because he is the man who has got that sole goal against Mainz for the first leg. But now at the Allianz Arena, are we going to make that? Is Vincent Kompany good for the job? Is Vincent Kompany good for the job? And he is doing that good. That is a Q&A which has been pinned on the chat, as well as there is a poll which has been pinned. Bayern are Who will win? Bayern for 75% votes, which we have got. Mainz 0% vote, 25% vote for draw. As well as the game between Leverkusen and Augsburg. Leverkusen, will they get some sort of defeats against Augsburg? Will that be the talking? Because Augsburg, to be talking about in the Bundesliga table, are at the 10th spot. Augsburg are at the 10th spot, whereas Borussia Dortmund and Hoffenheim, both of those, I mean, that game is also going to be underway, and Dortmund has got a draw against Hoffenheim for the first leg. But Leverkusen are playing at the BayArena. I don't think that Leverkusen will get it because Florian Wirtz is the man who has got into this. But man, are they going to make that big? It is the players who are ready on the pitch and they are going to make those passes. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes on that poll which has been pinned. The game has just begun. The game has just begun rolling. The game has just begun rolling. 1 minute into the game. It is Mainz who are having that possession. Now Pavlovic trying to get that clearance. It is a clearance. Gnabry has got that. He passes that to the left back, Stanisic. Now down on the defensive aspect, passes that to Eric Dyer. Back to Ubig. Ubig clears that ball good. Ubig gets that clearance finally. Ubig finally gets that clearance, but it is likes of Olise, Gnabry, Sane, Harry Kane are going to stay forwards. Vincent Company has got some changes in the lineups. Vincent Company has got some changes in the lineups for the first leg. It was Olise, Sane, Thomas Muller and Bambi were the men on those attacks. But over here it is likes of Gnabry, Kane, Sane and Olise. Two of the changes. It was Thomas Muller and Bambi who were there in the starting lineups for the first leg. It was Kimmich and Pavlovic on the mid pitch. It was Lammer, Dyer, Kim Min-jae. Guerrero was the man on the left backs. But now it is the likes of Stanisic who has been put forward. Kim Min-jae getting that interception. Dyer gets that to Kimmich. Late pass that is from Dyer. Mainz are getting that position of the ball early on. It is Kang Lee who has passed that to the wings. Across that is Mainz are making that good. Mainz are looking that happening so early into that and they are making that looking happening. They are making that looking happening. The kickoff has begun. It was the lineups which we have got and it is something which we are looking from Olise coming up high on the pitch, but it has been a block. Will Harry Kane get the taste? We have got another vote. Bayern with 80% votes which we have got on the stream. Bayern with 80% votes, Mainz with 0% and draw for 20%. But Mainz has got that defeat to Bayern for the first leg. Mainz has got that defeat to Bayern this season for the first leg. It was at the MEV Arena where Mainz has got that and Lee Kang was the man who has got those ugly goals. I mean, Jae Suk Lee was the man who got those two goals, and it was Leroy Sané in the first leg who got that sole goal. 2-1 was the scoreline in the first leg. Are we going to make that? It is for Leroy Sané again. Into the box he is going. My goodness. That is Zentner, the man from Mainz, getting that early saves. Kim Min-jae high up, getting those pressing moments. What is he doing? What is Kim Min-jae trying to do so early in the box and raising so high up on the page? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Are we going to make that big? Are we going to make that big? Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned. As well as there is a Q&A. Is Vincent Kompany good for Bayern? Is Vincent Kompany the man talking and is he good for Bayern? Number 7, Lee from Mainz. He is a bit lethal at times. Look at that. It is a foul to Joshua Kimmich. My goodness, no cards yet been given for that foul to Kimmich. It was a bad foul to Joshua Kimmich, but no cards yet been given. No cards yet been given to Lee for that foul. How can you afford that to be happening in the Bundesliga? How can you afford that to be happening? Much of the possession by Mainz so far in this game, but now it is Gnabry inside the box. He gets a cut in, a deflection to it, but pass the ball, my boy, pass the ball. Pass the ball. You have to pass the ball. On the other hand, Dortmund and Hoffenheim, that game has also begun. The kickoff has happened over there. It is the likes of Leverkusen and Augsburg. The game has also kicked off. The game has also kicked off between Leverkusen and Augsburg. Dortmund and Hoffenheim. The game has kicked off. And over here, we are watching the glory for Harry Kane upcoming this season. But is that story going to be true after those defeats in the UEFA Champions League? We couldn't just convert those. 40 shots were taken. There were more than 10 big chances for both the legs against Inter Milan, and that was a bad defeat. I mean, with those injuries Bayern are having, but we played well, we created those chances, but we couldn't make those clinical finishings inside the box. That was the result which gave Inter the lead, and they went into those semi-finals. That has been a bad story for Vincent Company's man. That has been a bad story for us. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that whole section which has been pinned. 80% votes for Bavarians, 20% for a draw, and 0% for Mainz so far. My goodness, Jonathan Bukard inside the box. He gets that. Oh my goodness. That was close. 6 minutes onto the watch. Jonathan Bukard got one-on-one against Ubik, but that was no threat for Ubik because look at that. It was a lofted one. Kim Min-jae, man, he is rusty at times. Look at that defensive aspect from Kim Min-jae. I am really trying to get rid of this player somehow, somewhere, sell him. Kim Min-jae, I can't afford to get this man to be rolling on the centre backs for Bayern anymore. I can't get this man to be rolling in for Bayern anymore. It was a ball for Jonathan Bukard. Those tackles which Kim Min-jae got, aerial ones, sliding tackles, nothing good. But Jonathan Bukard has missed that. Jonathan Bukard has missed that. He just couldn't hit the woodwork even. No threat for Ubik. No threat for Ubik to make a save into that because that shot from Jonathan Bukard was nowhere near the nets for Ubik to make that save. But Kim Min-jae, look at that rusty tackle which he made in just starting 6 minutes. It was a bad rusty tackle from Kim Min-jae. I can't afford to make this man Kim Min-jae look any good. I can't afford to make this man Kim Min-jae look any good. Dyer back passes that to Min again. I mean, the injuries of Kim Min-jae which he's having, he is not speaking clear about it. And on the pitch, he is just making those bad tackles. That has been a big disaster. To talk about the stats for Bayern, look at that. I mean, Bayern has scored 87 goals, 29 they have conceded. 29, that is not a bad one, but conceding 29 goals, that has been bad. That has been bad. That has been really bad. Dyer passes that to Lammer again. Kimmich, Min-jae, Stanisic. Stanisic gets that to Pavlovic. Pavlovic back to Sane. Again, that is to Min-jae Kim. Back to Urbi, Dyer, Joshua Kimmich. In just starting 5 minutes, Mainz got those moments and they were making those productivity, but they couldn't get that clinical finishings. Now it is Olise getting that to Gnabry. Pavlovic on the mid-pitch passes to Stanisic. Now Sane on the left wings. He is trying to get a cut in. No, he is trying to dribbling it. Go far onto the wings. Nothing he is doing. Back passes that to Pavlovic. Lama again. Change of the wings. He passes that to Olise. Back to Karin. Harry Kane, Kimmich, Pavlovic again. Change of the wings. Sane this time. Passes are happening. Apart from the mid pitch, that inverted role, Harry Kane is not getting those drop moments. Neither the likes of Gnabry on the pitch. Both of them are staying so high up. Now it is Olise on the edge of the box trying to get across. Interception. Dyer getting that to Kimmich. Pavlovic. Pavlovic is time and again getting Leroy Sané on the wings. But the creativity from Leroy Sané is not seen much. Kimmich this time getting to Harry Kane. Dyer. Dyer to Kimmich. Where is that attacking midfield position where we are going to operate with those passes from the mid page to the forwards? Dyer back to Kim. This time Gnabry dropping down. He gets Stanisic involved, back to Gnabry. But Mainz are dropping those 5 men on the edge of the box to get those blocks. Gnabry now getting that. Sane has recovered the ball. He is speeding high up. He is getting those moves. He has taken that shot. My goodness. Leroy Sané is the man who has got the first shot on target for Bayern against Mainz for their home leg at the Allianz Arena. The first shot which Bavarians has got is from the foot of Leroy Sané, because in the previous leg it was Leroy Sané who got that first goal. Oh my god, one more vote which we have got for Bayern. 83% votes for Bayern winning that, 17% for a draw. But in the previous leg it was at the Mainz Arena where Bayern has got that defeat. It is that redemption which we have to take for Harry Kane to be clinching that trophy. The first trophy which Harry Kane will be clinching in his career will be at Bayern. 83% votes which we have got on that poll section for Bayern. 0% for Mainz, 17% for a draw. But why is Vincent Company on the sidelines is making that dull, ugly face looking like that? Why is Vincent Company is having that, low down, depressed face on the sidelines? Why is he not happy? Hanesic pressing it high up. Pavlovic this time getting that interception for that pass. Gives that to Kimmich. Kimmich gets that ball rolling to Dyer. Now it is again Min-jae Kim. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes. It is Kimmich. Kimmich is getting the ball rolling, but he is not taking many passes. Now it is Sane again who is moving it inside the box. Harry Kane, will he get that shot? A shot that is from Stanisic, but nowhere near the woodwork. In just 2 minutes, we have got 2 shots, one on target by Leroy Sané, and again a creativity from Sané. This time Harry Kane getting that first touch, it was bad, but Stanisic getting that opportunistic movement with his left footer, bait wide of the post to get that into the nets. Bait wide of that post to get it into the nets. Oh my goodness, how can you afford that to get that ball rolling outside the nets? That is the reason why Vincent Company is having that face on the sidelines. That is the reason why Vincent Company is having that down face on the sidelines. It is Min-jae Kim getting that to Stanisic. Pavlovic again gets that. Stanisic this time getting to Eric Dyer. Min-jae Kim back to Ubik. 14 minutes on the watch. 14 minutes on the watch, and so far 2 shots Bayern has taken, 1 on target, whereas Mainz got a big opportunity, big chance scoring from Jonathan Bukard, and a big blunder from Minje came again, but couldn't afford to get that clinical finishing and to get that goal rolling. Ubik this time gets that high up on the pitch. Look at that. When I am really not being able to understand. Oh my god, we have got another vote for Bayern. 86% vote for Bayern against Mainz. But those of you who are voting this, let me tell you that it is for the first leg where Mainz were playing it against Bayern at the home of BayArena. It is Mainz who has got that win on the first leg. Now it is at the Allianz Arena. Still 0-0 is the scoreline, but I am not being able to understand when there is Leroy Sané, when there is Gnabry, when there is Olise, what is the need where Stanisic is moving high up on the pitch? Why is Vincent Company not playing that with simple 4-3-1? Again, look at that rusty move from Kim Min-jae. My goodness, how long do we have to witness this man from those Serie A making those appearances for Bayern for the past 2 seasons? How are we going to afford to watch this man to be looking so good on the pitch? How we are going to give that? Give your votes, guys. Oh my goodness. Again, a vote has come in for Bayern. 86% vote for Bayern, 14% for draw. No votes yet for Mainz, but Mainz has got that victory in the first leg at the BayArena at their home. Mainz has got that victory. 2-1 was the score line. And the only goal scoring man from Bayern for the first leg was Leroy Sané. That too was on those 85th minutes, 86 minutes. It is a cross coming in. Lama getting that good. Now this time Gnabry. But to talk about Mainz, no denying the fact it is the man. I mean, Amiri is making those good aspects. He is on the good notes of Julian Nagelsmann as well. Amiri, the number 18, he has been on those good books of Julian Nagelsmann as well. He has been the man who has been doing the talking, and Julian Nagelsmann picked Amiri for the demon shaft as well. Amiri is the man on those hunt. Jonathan Bukard is also there, but Jonathan Bukard for this game missing that a big one, big opportunity which Jonathan Bukard has missed. But Julian Nagelsmann has been picking Amiri for the demon shaft. Both of these two men from the likes of Mainz has been doing the talking, It is Jonathan Bukard and Amiri. Both of them has been on those good notes of Julian Nagelsmann. Who be passing that to Pavlovic. Lama getting this time to Kimmich. Kimmich gets that ball rolling to Olise. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Bayern with 86% votes, Mainz with 0% and 14% for a draw. The scoreline is still 0 each over here. Oh my goodness, what is that happening? And Dortmund and the likes of Hoffenheim, still the scoreline is 0 each. Oh my god, Leverkusen has scored against Augsburg. Look at that. Patrick Schick has got the goal. Patrick Schick has got the goal. Leverkusen has got their first goal against Augsburg. Leverkusen has got their first goal against Augsburg. But talking about the Bundesliga stats, it is, the goals which we're talking was from the likes of the transfers which happened. It was Klinsmann, the man who was talking high up. It was Marmoush, the man who was talking high up. Jonathan Bukard has got 15 goals, but Patrick Schick has got 18 goals. This is his 19th goal. Patrick Schick getting this goal. Leverkusen getting that goal from Patrick Schick against Augsburg. Patrick Schick now gets on to that 19th goal of this Bundesliga. Harry Kane is there with 24 goals. Gurase, the man getting those 12 goals in the Champions League. In the Bundesliga, he has got 16. Jonathan Bukard with 15, but Jonathan Bukard missed that big opportunity today. Clint East has got 15 goals, Marmoush has got 15 goals, but that transfer of Marmoush has led this Bundesliga with no competition left for Harry Kane because Kane has got 24 goals and those 12 goals in the Champions League as well. Guirassy was the man also talking, but both Dortmund and Bayern has got those exits from the Champions League. Ubik this time gets that to Kimmich. Look at that. Song Lee is the man who makes those good moments. Amiri is the man also looking talking, but is that going to be happening? So that was all the goal aspects which are happening in the Bundesliga this season. 3 more matches left in the Bundesliga and a 8 points lead in the table. Is that going to be comfortable for Bayern to get that? Is that going to be comfortable for Bayern to be getting that? Because Leverkusen with that goal now moves on to 67. 6 is the points difference with 3 games in hand. Olise this time trying to get a shot. Block that is. Block that is. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, 86% vote for Bayern and 14% for a draw. But Mainz has got that victory. 20 minutes, 40 seconds onto the watch. Stanisic with that throw, passing that to Kimmich. What is that Stanisic trying to do? He changes the wings. Lammer just couldn't keep that ball because it was some sort of ugly passings from Stanisic trying to change the wings. Gnabry this time getting that interception. Kimmich gets the ball rolling for Pavlovic. Minje came. Look at that. How dare he is passing that back to Ubik. Ubik this time getting that clearance. It is Gnabry. Oh my goodness. It was close for Gnabry. It was a good move from Ubik to be making that. It was a good move for Ubik to be talking about that. Look at this lineup. I mean, time and again, Vince and company sticking to these same lineups time and again. It is now Gnabry, Olise, Sane, 3 of them are there with Harry Kane. Harry Kane needs to be playing those deep playmaking, deep forward roles which he have to play. And he has to let in the aspects of Gnabry, Sane and Olise do the talking on those wings. Because Mainz has got those 3 centre backs. It is Da Costa, Heinz Olsen, or Adi Man. They have been on those centre backs as well as Zentner, the man on the goalkeeping aspects. But Amiri, Lee, and Bukard, they are the 3 thread which can cause those upsets to Bayern at the Allianz Arena. And to talk about Bayern's fixtures, to talk about the fixtures of Bayern at the Allianz, it is against Dortmund. The last one was at the Allianz Arena where they got a draw. It is at the Champions League against Inter where there was a defeat. And it is against Bochum where they got those defeat. That was a bad one. Defeats has come in for Bayern at the Allianz Arena this season. No denying the fact. Defeats has come in for Bayern at the Allianz Arena. That is not the mentality which we need, boys. No denying the fact we are at the top of the table with now Leverkusen getting that first goal against Augsburg. 6 points is the difference which is staying with 3 games in hand. We still got Leipzig to be coming in next. It is Leipzig for the reverse leg. It is Borussia Mönchengladbach at the Allianz Arena, and the last game of the Bundesliga is against Hoffenheim. Still 3 more games to go, and now Leverkusen getting that early goal against the likes of Augsburg. The points difference is now just 6. Now it is Olise again on the edge of the box, passing that to Kimmich. Olise again, getting some creativity. He passes that to Sane. Will he take that shot? No, he gets a first touch, double touch. He is trying to get into the box. Pass that, my boy. Pass that ball. Pass that ball. You are getting the hold of the ball inside the box. Pass that big. Pass that ball. That is what I'm not trying to just watch. I mean, that is the lineup for Bayern, but I'm not being able to understand. That is some sort of injury movements on the pitch. I think Amiri is the man from Mainz who is looking injured. Sane is really overburdening himself with those dribbles and moves. He has to get to pass the ball. That is what he has to do. He has to get the ball passing on. Oh my God, Leverkusen has got their second goal against Augsburg. Patrick Schick getting that first goal. It is Nathan Tella who has got that second goal. My goodness. I mean, look at that. Augsburg are at the 10th spot of the Bundesliga. It is 6 shots which Leverkusen has taken, 3 on target, and they have got that second goal. But that second goal has been denied. No goal. After VR review, a goal for Leverkusen is ruled out. That second goal for Leverkusen has been ruled out. So the sole goal, the one from Patrick Schick, is what is standing. But over here, Bayern and Mainz, there is some sort of injury movements, I guess. Mainz are having. One of their player is out of the pitch. Can we get that goal rolling in quite fast enough? Pavlovic passing that. Stanisic. Sane. Back to Stanisic. Pavlovic again. Kimmich. This time goes for Lammer. Olise. Get those crosses, my boy. Yes, he gets that to Gnabry. He does that to Lammer. Sane, take that shot. Take that shot. He has taken that. Sane this time again has got that. In the first leg, it was Leroy Sane who got that sole goal. And now in just 27 minutes at the Allianz Arena, for the second leg against Mainz, it is again Leroy Sane, the man talking in. And this season against Mainz, Leroy Sane now has got 2 goals against Mainz. That is what we need to be talking. It was Gnabry and Sane who were overlapping in those positions inside the box, but Sane got that good, and that is what happened. Look at that. I was saying for Sane to make on those passes, but this time, instead of making more dribbles, he gets that first touch. He moves on to his right foot because Leroy Sane is a left-footer player, but this shot, he takes it from his right foot, and the ball is inside the net. The first goal which we have got. This is the first goal because in the previous leg, it was the first goal which happened from the likes of Mainz. Mainz, from the aspects of their man Lee, got those first goals on 41 minutes and 60th minutes for the first leg. But Sane getting that sole goal on those 87 minutes was the thing which was talking. And now it is Leroy Sane who has got the first goal at Allianz Arena for Bayern to be talking. Sane has got that. Make it more, boys. Make it more. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned. 86% votes for Bayern so far, 14% for a draw, and not a single vote for Mainz. Mainz 05. They are lethal. They can get those quick counters and happen that. Whereas Kim Min Jae is the man staying on those centre backs, it will be bad one. It will be a bad one. We have to get more than 2 goals, my boys. It is now Lima again moving high up. He has got the position inside the box. He is moving in, but the referee has blown the whistle. The flags were raised. It was offside. It was offside. Lima was offside into that. Lima was bit offside into that. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. 86% votes for Bayern and 14% for a draw. The first leg, it was the scoreline 2-1. Get 3 goals at least, my boys. Get 3 goals. We need to get those 3 goals. Kim Min Jae, again, look at him. He is making those rusty moments. But Leroy Sané has kept the ball into the pitch. He is moving on to the wings. And it was a good interception which Mainz has got into this. It was a good interception which Mainz has got into that. But a throw that is in favor of Bayern. Stanisic taking that. Sané. Harry Kane is dropping deep down. Harry Kane is struggling in his form and he is dropping deep down. I mean, when Leroy Sané, when Serge Gnabry, Olise, 3 of them on the forwards are making the talking along with the likes of Harry Kane, why is Vincent Company not getting the involvement of 2 wings on the play and keeping one man with the likes of Harry Kane to be doing the talking in those passes? That is the simple way we can get those. Ubi trying to get that goal kick. Look at that. It is again that man, Lee, he is doing the talking. Look at that. It is Lee, the man who is doing the talking. Jae Sung Lee, he has got those 2 goals for the first leg, and again this time he makes those tackles against Urbik. It is the likes of Jonas Urbik where he needs to get more play time. Dortmund and Hoffenheim. Dortmund has got their goal. Who has scored? Guirassy getting that goal. My goodness, Guirassy has been getting tons of goals this season in the Champions League as well as in the Bundesliga. Leverkusen and Augsburg, 1-0 is the scoreline. Bundesliga round 31 watch along which we are having. Oh my god, Lama now moving high up. Passes that to Sane. Sane again getting that hold, but this time passes that quick to Kimmich, Gnabry, Lama. Yes, now the passes are talking. Kimmich this time gets Harry Kane, get that shot. Blocked. That was a shot from Harry Kane being taken. It was on the edge of the box, but Mainz 05 got that block goal. Mainz 05 got that block goal. We need those shots to be taken. Will Harry Kane get hold of the first trophy of his career at Bundesliga? Look at that. Harry Kane took that shot, but it was straight enough and an interception that was. I mean, for the first leg, it was 13 shots which Bayern took, only one on target. It was something bad. It was something bad for the first leg, whereas Mainz got 4 shots, 3 big chances, and they got those 2 goals. That was the story of the first leg. And in the Bundesliga now, with that goal which Guirassy has now got, he moves on to those 17 goals. Patrick Schick has also got that goal for today. For Leverkusen, it is 19 goals Patrick Schick getting into this season. Harry Kane now has 24 goals. Guirassy with this goal now against Hoffenheim moves on to those 16 goals in the Bundesliga this season. It is now to Lammer. Gnabry this time. Gnabry is not having that good form to be talking. Gnabry is the man who is not getting that good form to be talking. Oh my god, it is now Mainz again inside the box. Amiri trying to get across. Stanisic gets that deflection. Good. Ubi gets hold of the ball. So good. Ubi gets hold of the ball. So good. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section for that poll which has been pinned on the chat. 86% vote for Bayern. We had the watch along of Mohan Super Giants. For the previous watch along, just 1.5 hours back, we had that watch along where Mohan Super Giants from the Indian Super League getting those victories over Kerala Blasters and moving on to the semi-finals with those debut players into their squad. And now we are having the watch along of Bundesliga round 31. And later at the night, we will be having the watch along of Copa del Rey finals, Barcelona and Real Madrid. The voting section has been open on all those live watch alongs. It is Kimmich passing that to Harry Kane. Oh my god, why the referee has blown the whistle? It could have been a big opportunity. What has happened just now? It was a big opportunity for Harry Kane to be getting that close, but the referee on the page, it is Bastian Dankert, who has just blown the whistle at that ugly moment. It could have been that second goal opportunity which Bayern could have got from the likes of Harry Kane. Lima this time moving high up. Olise getting that. A foul that is for Olise. That is a big foul for Olise on the page. Give him a yellow card. Yes, that is what Mainz 05 gets their first yellow card of this game. And Bastian Dankert, the referee on the page, now gives that a yellow card from Mevini, the man from Austria on the left wing's back. At Mainz 05 gets that first yellow card of this game. First yellow card of this game, and it is Mainz 05 who has got that. Pressure is building up. Mainz 05, pressure is building up, but Bayern is not having that good position so far on the pitch to be talking about. Joshua Kimmich now taking that free kick. Look at the wall. Kim Min-jae is there. Pavlovic is there. Harry Kane is there. Three of the tall men for those headers. Joshua Kimmich now taking that block. Is now Eric Dyer getting those recovery moments, passing to Gnabry. Olise again, left footer, give that cross. My goodness. Olise made that cross, but it was so far. I mean, not even to those far posts to be talking. Not even for those far posts to be talking. But to be talking about Julian's Nagelsmann pickup for the Demon Shaft and Amiri the man, number 18 from Mainz 05. I mean, he hasn't been that impressive to be talking about for Julian Nagelsmann to be picking him up for the Demon Shaft. I haven't find Amiri that impressive enough to be talking about. That is a good block from Kimmich. Gnabry this time. Pavlovic passing that high for Harry Kane. But Harry Kane isn't that fast enough, and neither the likes of Olise and Sane are moving in for those counters. 38 minutes on the watch. Last season for Thomas Muller, that legend to be talking. He has got those upsets in the Champions League. That is what the story is going to be. But we want the likes of Thomas Muller to be coming in big for Bayern in those coaching aspects. Tennessee getting that bad. It is Mainz 05, their defense. Oh my god, look at that. So much of dreamy runs, Mainz 05 are making that. Pavlovic is having that good moment on the mid pitch. It is now Sane getting that to Gnabry. Gnabry passes that to Sane. Sane is having that run of his life. but interception was the thing which has caused that upset. Lama again, now this time to Olise inside the box, shot being taken. That is the second goal which we have got. Mikel Olise has got that. Look at the celebration Mikel Olise is having on the pitch. Mikel Olise is the man talking. Mikel Olise is the man. He is talking. The second goal has happened at the Allianz Arena in just under 39 minutes. Look at that creativity which happened. Harry Kane passing to Lama. Lama moved that to Olise inside the box. Olise takes that. Good first touch with his left footer. Olise nets that into the first post. Olise nets that ball into the first post. He didn't even went for those far post colors. He saw that clinical aspect where the aspects of Zentner was there, but there was a gap in between the first post and Zentner. The goalkeeper of Mainz 05 and Olise netted that into the first net. My goodness. We want those 3 goals, boys. We want those 3 goals. It was the first leg where 2-1 was the score line. And now in the first half, it is 2-0 the score line. Both Sane and Olise has got that. And now Olise getting that. Good enough. A 2-goal lead against Mainz can be lethal because their forwards of Lee and Jonathan Bouchard are capable of gaining those 2 goals anytime in those counters, and that has happened this season. In this season, Bayern has conceded 2 goals in just 5 minutes. They have even conceded 3 goals in 10 minutes in those late 80-85 moments. We have to get those 3 goals, boys, to make it comfortable and easy in that second half. It is a free kick being taken. Jonas Ubi getting that save into his hands. I mean, nothing has been looking creative from Mainz. In the first half, only the first 5 to 7 minutes they were making those impressive runs, and they were looking to just park the bus at the Allianz Arena. That is what the story has been up to those 42 minutes. Stanisic this time passes that beautifully to Sane. Sane trying to take that cross from the left wings. Interception. I think that is a corner going to come. Is that a corner with a deflection, or Sane got that bad? Mainz 05 are looking for some sort of penalty moments because Harry Kane and Jonathan Bouchard overlapping with their foot inside the box. But the referee hasn't paid any heed to that. The check is over. That is not going to be a penalty. The check is over and that is not going to be a penalty for Mainz 05. Minje Kim passing back to Joshua Kimmich. Kubik this time collects the ball good. Look at that speed and that pace from Lee. Number 7 from Mainz 05. That man Lee from South Korea, 32 years of age. He has that speed you just can't imagine. Now it is Gnabry again, moving on. He gets that scissor sprint. Oh my god, Gnabry with 2 goals lead by having gets that scissor sprint on the edge of the box. He was trying to cut in and get into the box with that scissor sprint to be happening. Chef is talking at times. Gnabry, Chef is talking at times, and he makes those impressive moves. 43 minutes 37 seconds, still 1.5 minutes for this first half to go at the Allianz Arena. Whereas Dortmund and Hoffenheim 1-0 is the scoreline. Dortmund are getting it. Look at that. Mainz are making that move again inside the box. Clearance from Eric Dyer. Again, a cross coming in. This time, Stanisic gets that header good. That is a lame pass. Mainz are trying to put some pressure on the end of the first half to get a complacent one goal at least, so that in the second half there will be less pressure of that. But now it is safe into the hands of Jonas Ubig. No worries for Bayern so far. So yes, Dortmund has scored 1-0 up against Hoffenheim. It is also on the end of the first half, whereas Leverkusen against Augsburg is the score line 1-0. Still talking about that. But over here it is 2-0. Jonas Ubig this time. Look at that shot from Ubig. He has got Sane. Will he get that? Gnabry makes that move. Good. Sane has passed that to Gnabry. Gnabry takes that shot. Bantner is the man. Somehow saved that. Gnabry should have kept the ball in his position, my boy. Gnabry should have kept the ball. Zentner just gets that block good enough. Gnabry should have just tossed the ball to the far post to make those shots to be happening. This time he was close to the first post. He was just trying to imitate the way Olise has put that ball into the nets. But it hasn't happened. A corner that is incoming. Zentner this time getting that interception is complaining to the referee for some sort of fouls to be made. What is that? Zentner is trying to put some blame on that. Bastian Dankert hasn't made any hurting of that. Harry Kane is looking a bit frustrated at times. Look at that. He made those rusty movements. Bastian Dankert, the referee on the pitch, now this time gets that yellow card for Harry Kane. It is that yellow card which has been given to Harry Kane. Look at that. It was some sort of tackle which happened on the pitch. Jonathan Bukart simply just got that unbalanced form and he just collided with Harry Kane. Look at that. It was some sort of tussle of ball between Amiri, Nebel and Harry Kane with the involvement of Jonathan Bukart getting those colliding movements on the pitch, and it is Harry Kane who has been the victim. Bastian Dankert, the referee on the pitch, has given that yellow card for Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been the victim of that tackle on the pitch. That is not what you expect to be refereeing on the pitch. That yellow card for Harry Kane wasn't that deserving to be talking about. Will Harry Kane miss the next game? How many yellow cards has Harry Kane got into this? 2 minutes of added time in the first half are up. 2 minutes of added time in the first half are up. It is Vincent Kompany. He is talking to the officials on the sidelines about that yellow card being given to Harry Kane, as well as it is Harry Kane who is now talking to Bastian Dankert, the referee on the pitch, for that yellow card which has been given to him. That was a bad moment, giving that yellow card to Harry Kane. It wasn't that deserving moment which Harry Kane got into that. Look at that. Dortmund and Hoffenheim. It is 1-0 the scoreline. Leverkusen, my goodness. It is Buendia who has got that second goal against Augsburg. Leverkusen has scored their second goal. And in the Bundesliga table, look at that. Leverkusen now are 67 points. Bayern 75 points. 2-0 is the score line. Leverkusen are having. Bayern, on the other hand, are also having those 2-0. Leverkusen, 9 shots taken, 3 on target, 56% possession. Many passes they have made, but passing accuracy is less, 86%. 6 fouls they have considered. Augsburg, on the other hand, on the 10th spot of the Bundesliga table, has just managed to get 3 shots, but not a single shot on target they have managed. Bayern, on the other hand, 7 shots, 4 on target, much of the possession, 315 passes. Passing accuracy is the word talking, 91% into this. Bayern played that good game against Inter. That was a big game they played, but that was the clinical finishings which were missing against Inter. That is the reason Bayern has got those upsets in the UEFA Champions League. Now the race for the Bundesliga round 31 over here. 3 more matches left in the Bundesliga, and with the lead of Bayern 8 points, Harry Kane is going to lift the first trophy of his career at the Bundesliga. And with those words which were circulated on the media that it is the curse of Harry Kane which is happening, Bayern is demolishing that curse. Bayern are demolishing that word that Harry Kane has got that curse, because Harry Kane will be building and will be lifting that Bundesliga trophy this season, and all the curse will be whitewashed. It is Bayern, it is Mies and Mia, it is Packmas, it is the Bavarians who are taking that English striker into winning the first trophy, major trophy of his career. That is what the Bayern mentality is known for. That is what the Bavarians are known for. That is what we have to come up big, my boys. 88% votes. Bayern has got one more vote which we have got. Give your votes. Bayern, are we going to get the win with 2 goals lead in the first half? Leverkusen, on the other hand, has got 2 goals lead over Augsburg. Draw is for 12%, but we have got that Q&A also open onto that chat. That is Vincent Company the good answer for Bayern for the upcoming seasons? That is also the big question which we have to face. Is Vincent Company the good choice for Bayern to be talking in the upcoming seasons? We have the FIFA Club World Cup, 3 more matches in the Bundesliga. What is that going to be? What is that going to be? On the other hand, Dortmund and Hoffenheim, the game has also ended with a goal from Guirassy. Guirassy is the man talking in the Bundesliga. I think he has got those 18 goals. I think in the Bundesliga, it is those goals which has been talking. Patrick Schick from Leverkusen, 18 goals. Guirassy with 16 goals, and Harry Kane the top scorer with 24 goals. But it was the competition between Omar Marmoush and Harry Kane which was happening. But Omar Marmoush got those transfers and he is out of those Bundesliga rounds. But team clean dienst with 15 goals. Julian Nagelsmann has been picking clean dienst as well for the Demon Shaft. Jonathan Buchard has got 15 goals, but for this leg, I mean, they're talking about of Bayern and Mainz. Jonathan Buchard has got that big opportunity. Jonathan Buchard has got one big opportunity for today, but he has missed it. Jonathan Buchard got that big opportunity for today, but he has missed that bad. On the other hand, Leverkusen is also 2 up. The race of the Bundesliga title between Bayern and Leverkusen, still 8 points with 3 matches in hand. Do you think Leverkusen will somehow make it to clinch the Bundesliga this season? Because to talking about Bayern Munich in their fixtures, they are having the likes of, next it is Leipzig, it is Borussia Mönchengladbach, it is Hoffenheim. These are the 3 matches which Bayern are having that in their fixtures. Whereas talking about Leverkusen, they are having the likes of Freiburg, they have Dortmund, they have Mainz. 2 big games for Leverkusen. It is against Dortmund, it is against Mainz. That is the thing which Xabi Alonso has been doing the talking. But Xabi Alonso, if he is moving to Real Madrid, Los Blancos, will that be the thing talking? Where will Leverkusen be staggering in the next season in the Bundesliga, and who will be the manager coming in? Because Leverkusen management has made that straight into the words that if Xabi Alonso is making those exits, it is going to be on a friendly term. They don't want any side of bad talking to be happening. But Xabi Alonso, before moving into Real Madrid next season, maybe if that is going to happen, if Ancelotti is getting his moves to the Brazilian national squad or wherever, or he is going back to AC Milan, that is also the opportunity which Ancelotti is having. But those are the words which are going to be talking. But we still have got those 3 matches left in the Bundesliga where Leverkusen have to play against Dortmund, they have to play against Mainz, they have to play against Freiburg. Against Dortmund, big game, big clash. Dortmund are looking back, coming into their roaring form with the aspects of Niko Kovac, and they will make everything to be gaining those points to get it into the Champions League this season, because Dortmund are at the 6th spot. They will also be trying to get those big moments, because Dortmund in their fixtures to be talking about, they have got Wolfsburg, they have got Leverkusen, they have got Holstein Kiel. Against Holstein Kiel and against the likes of Wolfsburg, they can make some impressive moves. Nico Kovac's men are regaining those big moments onto their clutch aspects. But next season, Dortmund will be making it into the Champions League, because in the Bundesliga table to be talking about, just look at that. Dortmund, with that 1 goal lead against Hoffenheim, I mean, they are at the 6th spot. They are on 48 points. Freiburg are on 49 points. Leipzig on 49 points. So close is the point difference between 4th, 5th, and 6th spots in the Bundesliga, where Leipzig 49, Freiburg 49, and Dortmund with 48. But the goal difference, look at that. Freiburg are at -4, Dortmund at 11, whereas Leipzig are at 10. So Dortmund, if they are going to get that above Leipzig, they will get it, because it is the goal difference which is going to be mattering. And Frankfurt, on the other hand, are 52 points. They will definitely make it with 3 matches in hand. It is the place for the 4th spot, where Dortmund will have to fight against Freiburg and Leipzig with their upcoming 3 fixtures. That is the Bundesliga round 31, 32, 33, and 34 will be ending into that. Dortmund are still having one up against Hoffenheim, but the previous leg, it was Hoffenheim getting those draw moments against Dortmund, but Niko Kovac and his men have regained their form. And after that Champions League performance against Barcelona, they were outclassed. They were much better team. But Barcelona got those 4 goals lead in the first leg in the USL, made Dortmund to make those exits. And Bayern, whereas with 3 games in hand, Mainz they are having now, and after that the matches for Bayern will be where they are up against Leipzig, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Hoffenheim. Against Hoffenheim and Borussia Mönchengladbach, it can be some sort of things which Vincent Company needs to be talking with those big injuries. But Leipzig, that is a big crucial game Bayern are having, and that too at the away leg. That is the thing which needs to be talking. Let me put this table on over here so you can have a detailed aspect of that. Look at that. It is the Bundesliga table which is staying on. Over here. And give your votes, guys. Oh my god, we have got those votes from Mainz as well. Mainz 05 has got 11% votes on that poll session. Bayern has got 78% votes, and a draw is for 11% vote. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Who is going to make that big? We had the detailed analysis of the Bundesliga table. Later in this night, we will be having that Copa del Rey finals, Barcelona and the likes of Real Madrid. The live playlist has been created, and you can give your votes on that poll section. Those poll sections has been open for those Copa del Rey finals. It is open on that playlist which has been created. You can get those playlists from our channel video section. So yes, I will also take a short 1 minute break before the second half begins, and I don't think that Vincent Company is going to make any sort of changes. I don't think is going to make any sort of changes to be happening. I don't think that Vincent Company is going to be making any sort of changes. Leverkusen 2 up against Augsburg, Dortmund 1 up against Hoffenheim, and Bayern 2-0 up against Mainz. That has been the story of the Bundesliga round 31. Give me a 2-minute break. I'll be just back for the second half. I will be just back for the second half. Give me a 2-minute break. Do stay tuned and give your votes on those Copa del Rey finals. The playlist as well as those poll section has been created and you can give your votes. We will be having the big wins of those polls later this month. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. I'll be just back in 2 minutes. Yes, we are just back in under 2 minutes. We have taken that short break and we are back in just 2 minutes. I hope the video quality as well as the audio quality is looking good. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. The audio section as well as the video section is looking good and we are back with the second half and I don't think that there is any changes which Bayern are going to make. Vincent Company is he going to make any change with that because Mainz has already got those substitutions. If we talk about the lineups of Bayern, look at that. Gnabry is doing decent in his job. Harry Kane is struggling. Harry Kane is struggling in his form. No denying the fact he has got that yellow card. He has been a victim of that tackle to Jonathan Buckard. Nubel and Lee getting those messy challenges on the pitch has got that yellow card for Harry Kane, and the referee Bastian Dankert getting that yellow card to Harry Kane. It wasn't that deserving for Harry Kane to be getting a yellow card in this Bundesliga round 31. No denying the fact. Pavlovic and Kimmich have been impressive. Leroy Sané has got a goal, but he has to pass that ball. Leroy Sané has to pass the ball. He is having that position much. He has to pass the ball. He has to get those one-touch passes to be taking more into his account. Olise has got a goal. He has been decent, but creativity hasn't been seen much from him. But it is the factor of Kim Min-jae and Eric Dyer which will be taking into the account. No changes. Oh my god. The referee blows the whistle, but now again he stopped that game. The second half has started, but there was a interception, something coming in by the referee, and the second half started again. It is now Lama passing that to Pavlovic, Harry Kane getting that, Kimmich. It is the likes of Sacha Boey who has come into the squad. It is the likes of substitution which Vincent Company has got. He has dropped Lima and bringing in Sacha Boey into the squad. Look at that. There has been a change. Sacha Boey now has been called up into the squad, and it is the likes of Conrad Lama, I guess. Yes. No, Lama is the man. He is seen. It is Stanisic and Dyer. Oh my god, Kim Min-jae has been substituted. Kim Min-jae has been substituted. That is the substitution which has happened so early by Vincent Company. Look at that. Kim Min-jae is out and it is Sacha Boey coming in. So Stanisic and Eric Dyer are staying on those centre backs. Lama has moved to the left part of the pitch, left backs, and it is Sacha Boey who is now staying on those right backs. So yes, Kim Min-jae is not staying at Bayern and he is up for sale. Bayern are looking for some sort of replacements for Kim Min-jae. A new centre back is he going to come, because Hiroki Ito is also on those injuries. The second half between Leverkusen and Augsburg has also begun, and the second half between Dortmund and Hoffenheim has also begun. No substitutions from Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen for that second half, but Vincent Company making that bold substitution and bringing in Sacha Boey to those right backs. Sacha Boey has to be given those playtime, but hope he doesn't get any sort of injuries. Hope he doesn't get any sort of injuries. Whereas Mainz has got that sole substitution in the first half. Nicolas Vertasik was the man who called into the pitch because Sassi was the man who got those injuries on those 28th minutes. It is Olise inside the box making good. Blocked. Lama has won that tackle. Sane winning that. Will he take that shot? He passes that to Olise on the left wings. Interception. That is a big war going on at the Allianz Arena between the Bavarians and Mainz 05. A big war is going on the edge of the box. That is a big war which is happening. It is a big war. Mainz are giving their best to prevent Bayern from getting those early goals in the starting of the second half. The game has been stopped and a foul, but no cards being given. Mainz with that position now are trying to get some build up. But look at that. Sacha Boey, Eric Dyer staying close on those centre backs. It is Kimmich, Eric Dyer are staying close. Stanisic and Lama staying on those left part of the centre backs. Eric Dyer has made some aggressive movements high up. Bayern are now restoring their formation with Mainz on the possession. Amiri on the wings, he make that cross, he goes in. Lee was the man, I think. He takes that header, but no threat for Ubik, no threat for Jonas Ubik. No, that was a clearance from Joshua Kimmich. It was a clearance from Joshua Kimmich on the mid pitch. Look at that. Joshua Kimmich got that header deflection from inside the box. It was a good defensive mid pitch header interception. A corner that is. Harry Kane getting that interception. Mainz are looking that, but now Gnabry has got that. He passes that to Sacha Boey. What a run! Sacha Boey is making those runs so vertically. He is not having even those fluid movements in his body. Look at that run which Sacha Boey made. It was so vertical. We expect more from you, my boy. Sacha Boey needs to come up big. I mean, if he is not getting those injuries, we really need to make him big. His character needs to be built up good. Look at that. Stanisic is having that good moment, getting those good dribbles. Now passes that to Sacha Boey, back to Eric Dyer. Ubig this time gets to Pavlovic. Good. Pavlovic rolling that ball to Lama, back to Stanisic. The centre back pairing of Stanisic and Dyer has been looking quite impressive for the past two fixtures. No denying the fact, but they have to be consistent enough to get that rolling. If Upamecano is back from his training, if Dayot Upamecano is back from his training, then Bayern will have to get those aspects of Kim Min Jae to be thinking much into that. That is the aspect which Bayern have to get that rolling. Oh my god, it is a shot being taken, Mainz inside the box going in. But in the second half, it is the aspects of Nebel and Lee who are much high up on the pitch with the likes of Jonathan Boucard. Look at that, Thomas Muller and Goretzka on the sidelines having some stroll walk, and they are having that good laugh on their face. Danke Thomas, Danke legend, you are the Bavarian legend, Thomas Muller. Look at him, he is on the sidelines. Thomas Muller is the man talking to the fans at the Allianz Arena. Big one, legend, you are our soul heart. Legend Thomas Muller and Goretzka are having that stroll movement on the sidelines with the fans at the Allianz Arena. That is really looking so good. Thomas Muller has already decided about his future, that he is going to leave Bayern. But what about his future club, which he is going to make his moves, hasn't been yet made clear. Whereas there has been many approaches from clubs, from the MLS, from the Saudis, from the Premier Leagues, but Thomas Muller hasn't yet been made that announcement yet official. But he is going to leave Bavaria after this season, and Vincent Company not providing those playtime to Thomas Muller. That legend will be in our heart for and forever. But Mainz are making those approaches inside the box. A shot being taken. Not a single shot that has been on target by Mainz. Two shots they have been taken. Now it was their third shot, but not a single shot on target which Mainz has taken so far in this game. Leverkusen on the other hand, 55 minutes, 2 up is the scoreline. Dortmund on the other hand, 54 minutes, 1-0 is the scoreline for the Bundesliga round 31 going on simultaneously. Eric Dyer getting to Sacha Boey. Image gets a good move. He passes that to Olise. Boey is high up inside the box. Now to Gnabry. Gnabry tries to make some move. Harry Kane is not having that good form. Eric Dyer getting that deflection, but it is a bad one. Means getting the likes of Jonathan Bukard high up means are now looking outnumbered in their attacking aspects against the Reds. Nubel, Lee, and Bukard, three of them are getting outnumbered by the presence of Kim Min-jae, Dyer. Kim Min-jae is out. It is Stanisic, Dyer, Pavlovic, Kimmich. They are getting Mainz outnumbered in their attacking aspects in those counter movements. It is Amiri who has passed that to Kor. Korn gets that. But Bro Henriksen is the man from Mainz 05 is not looking happy on the sidelines. Bo Henriksen on the sidelines is complaining to his players about those build-ups. He is not looking happy with the build-up which Mainz 05 are having at the Allianz Arena. It is a pass to Jonathan Bukard high up, but it is Ubig who gets that good. Look at that. It hasn't been a single threat for Jonas Ubig. It hasn't been a single threat for Jonas Ubig so far in this game. Not a single shot being taken by Mainz 05. It is Lee now has passed that. Inside the box, a shot being taken. What a save from Jonas Ubig. Look at that young kid. Amiri takes that shot from the edge of the box with his left footer. It was bit wide to the far post, and Jonas Ubig makes that save so good. Oh my goodness, look at that jump from Jonas Ubig. Look at that save. Young talent, young gun, young boy, fresh blood makes that save. We need to get that character big from Jonas Ubig. Make it big, my boy. Make it big. Jonas Ubig just now made that save against that shot from Amiri. Look at that. Look at that. Young boy into the squad and making that big save because the absence of Manuel Neuer, and he has done that good. A corner that is, Amiri takes that again, but it is a header interception and block. 57 minutes onto the watch. Mainz, with the likes of Amiri, takes that throw. It is the likes of Lee, Amiri, and Nebel. Those three of them are making those one-touch passes as well as those creativity looking on. It is outside the box, shot being taken. Eric Dyer has been fouled. That is a foul to Eric Dyer inside the box. That is a big foul. Look at that. Jonas Ubig back to back in just 1 minute making those saves. It was Stanisic who got a bit of deflection on it. Ubig then also getting the good parrying moments, but Eric Dyer finally getting that clearance, but he was fouled, and the referee on the page, Bastian Danker, just didn't even bother to give a yellow card for that tackle made to Eric Dyer. Mainz are looking empowering the game with the build-ups as well as their possession, whereas Bayern need to restore their possession as fast as they can. Harry Kane getting that moment. Gnabry gets hold of the ball. He passes that to Olise. Olise, will he get that curl? I think it is offside. No, the flags aren't yet raised. Sane taking that shot outside curler to the far post. Bit wide of that. Bit wide of that. But I don't know why Olise just didn't make that pass to Leroy Sané quick enough. Oh my god, that shot from Leroy Sané has got a deflection. I think that shot from Leroy Sané has got a deflection, but no corners being given. No corners being given, but Harry Kane is looking still struggling in form. Harry Kane is looking still struggling in form. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Bayern has got 78% poll votes on that chat which has been pinned. Mainz 05 has got 11% votes, draw is 11%. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that comment section. How is this Bundesliga round 31 between Bayern and Mainz going to be ending? Give your votes on that poll section. As well as there is a Q&A. Is Vincent Kompany good for Bayern? What are your comments? Do write on the chat section as well. Only say this time getting the ball rolling. I mean, some sort of ugly moments are happening on the pitch, but Mainz 05, their players are not getting those yellow cards to be talking. They are not getting those yellow cards to be talking. And Bastian Dankert, the referee on the pitch, I don't know why, what is happening wrong with him, and he is not giving any sort of yellow cards for Mainz 05 to be happening on the pitch. Take shots, Mainz has taken 2 on target with 37% possession. 80% pass accuracy is that where they are struggling in their final thirds and fourths. Whereas Bayern has got 8 shots, 4 on target, 62% possession, but 90% is the passing accuracy which Bayern are dominating in this game. So 2 saves from Ubig in this game. That young blood Ubig has got those 2 saves into this game. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Bayern 78% votes on that chat which we have got. Mainz with 11 and a draw is 11. Vincent Kompany has got Harry Kane with 24 goals this season. It is Gurase with those 16 or 18 goals, I guess. Let me just check that. Good. It is Harry Kane with 24 goals, top of the Bundesliga in terms of scoring. Patrick Schick with 18, Gurase with 16 goals, Jonathan Bukart with 15, Team Kleindienst with 15, and Marmoush was the man who got Sane again inside the box. He gets that. Oh my god, chip in shot. That was a controlled one, but it unfortunately hits the post. He got clear of the goalkeeper. Look at that. It was Sane who made that shot look so good. I mean, he got past Zentner with a controlled chip in shot, but it hits the post. He was unfortunate that he couldn't get that second goal of this game. It could have been Leroy Sané's second goal, but that ball just hits the first post. He was hit unfortunate. My goodness, how could you do that, my boy? Leroy Sané just got a goal miss for this game, and that shot just hits the post. Joshua Kimmich has been fouled on the pitch. Now, finally, the referee blows the whistle. Talking about the referral of this game, Bastian Dankert has been at times a bit disappointing. I mean, his decisions which he has been taking hasn't been quite good enough. Whereas Leverkusen and Augsburg still 2-0 is the scoreline. Leverkusen has got 10 shots, 4 on target. Augsburg hasn't got a single shot on target. My goodness, Leverkusen are dominating that game. Dortmund and Hoffenheim, oh my goodness. Dortmund has conceded. Dortmund has conceded. Hoffenheim has got that goal. Adam Holzek is the man who has got that goal for Hoffenheim. And Dortmund has conceded. Even the previous leg between Dortmund and Hoffenheim, it was 1 each. 11 shots, 5 on target. So much Dortmund has got, but only a single goal. Dortmund has to play this game big. Dortmund has to play this game big because it is against the Leipzig for the 4th spot and the 5th spot where they will be fighting it. With 3 more matches in hand, Dortmund can't afford to get any draws or losses. If they are going to play the Champions League next season, they have to make that big. They have to make that big. Leverkusen are at the 2nd spot good against Augsburg. And here Bayern is 2 up against Mainz. Look at that. Leroy Sané got a bad miss. It was a good controlled chip-in shot from Leroy Sané. He got past the goalkeeper of Mainz. Zentner just couldn't even manage to get any sort of touch into it with that chip-in shot, but the ball ends up hitting the post. Sané could have got that second goal for him. Eric Dyer getting that. Interception, passes back to Lima. Ubik now gets that. Goal kick high up. Tries to find Sané. Sané has been impressive in this game. No denying the fact Sané has been impressive, and hope Sané and Gnabry, both of them, gets those form back. But nothing has been looking much productive from Gnabry most of the times after those injury comebacks which he has got. I think Sané now has got 12 goals this season. I think Sané this time, this season, to be talking about Sané, yes, he has got 9 goals, and I think there is one more goal in the Champions League. Sané has got. Harry Kane has got 24. Bambi Musiala has got 12. Leroy Sané 9. This is his 10th goal. Olise has got 8. Gnabry has got 6. Coman has got 5. So Coman has been the man which Vincent Company was picking up from the start of the season, but now I think Coman and it is the likes of Kim Min-jae, both of them will be looking on to depart. I think it is Kingsley Coman and the likes of Kim Min-jae, both of them will be looking to depart Bavaria at the end of the season. That will be the story. That will be the story. Because man has to get those funds good enough to make those transfers. They have to get those striker super subs. They have to get those centre backs. Two of those crucial aspects where they have to hunt for in those summer transfers this season, where Bayern has to be big critical in making those approaches good enough. If they need the next season to be rolling on good enough. Kimmich trying to find Gnabry, but header interception it is. Sané has committed a foul, but no cards yet been given. No cards being given to Sané for that. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. How is this going to be? Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Olise is having a good dribble. He is moving, speeding high up. Sané has got that. It is a foul inside the box. I think that is a penalty to be given. I think it is a penalty. How is that going to be ending? Bastian Dankert, the referee on the pitch. Look at that. It was a big foul to Olise. Olise made that move. It was a foul to him as well as it was a foul to Leroy Sané. Both of them should be given a yellow card. Look at that. Olise was hit on the back of his ankle. It was a foul to him. As well as Leroy Sané was hit on the back of his leg. Look at it. It was a bad foul. It was on the edge of the box. A penalty and 2 yellow cards should be given. But Bastian Dankert giving that only yellow card. Oh my God. Da Costa, the man, now just getting that yellow card. Bastian Dankert, his refereeing for this game hasn't been that impressive enough. Hasn't been that impressive enough. Still 2-0 is the score line. I think it was Leroy Sané who was bit offside, but no VR has been confirmed. No offside has been given, but a free kick on the edge of the box and a yellow card for Mainz. Just a single yellow card for Mainz for these 2 tackles. And Bastian Dankert, the referee on the pitch, now is going to get that free kick in favor of Bayern. Who is going to take that? Harry Kane, Olise, Joshua Kimmich. Who is going to take that free kick? Who is going to take that free kick and who is going to get it into the nets? Who is going to get it into nets? Look at that. Zentner, the goalkeeper of Mainz 05, is having that view for that 4 post, for that wall to be good enough. But Mainz 05 are not having those tall players to be getting that defense the wall for that first post. Mainz 05 are not having those tall players to be blocking that first post. Harry Kane, Olise, Sane, three of them are looking on to that first post. Bastian Dankert now calling on Kimmich and Bukart. Both of them are having a talking with the referee on the pitch. What is that for? What is that for? What is the referee talking on the pitch? Oh my god, what is that? That free kick has been cancelled. That free kick has been cancelled. What is that shit refereeing which is happening on the pitch? That is a shit refereeing on the pitch. That free kick has been cancelled. Bastian Dankert now moves on to those VAR. Bastian Dankert now moves on to that VAR. What is that which is happening? What is he doing? That free kick has been cancelled. Bastian Dankert now having some word with the officials. Oh my god, it was offside and it has been given an indirect free kick, not a direct free kick, as well as the yellow card given to Danny Da Costa has been withdrawn. What is that shit refereeing? No card because it was offside. Danny Da Costa getting that tackle to Leroy Sane because Sane was offside. That yellow card has been cancelled. Even that direct free kick has been cancelled, and now it is that indirect free kick which has been awarded. My goodness, Vincent Company now making those changes, calling Serge Gnabry off and bringing in Kingsley Coman. My goodness, Bundesliga round 31, 71 minutes onto the watch. Things are looking, turning back for what that is happening. So Kingsley Coman has come onto the pitch and Serge Gnabry has been substituted. Leverkusen on the other hand against Augsburg 2-0. Dortmund, man, Dortmund are not doing that good. They are looking gaining in form and again losing their form, and now they are one each against Hoffenheim. But look at that, Leroy Sané, oh my goodness, he was just a hairline offside. But that tackle which was made to Olise, it should have been given a card. The tackle which was made to Olise, it should have been given a card. But Bastian Dankert getting those VR officials involved cancels that yellow card as well as those free kicks. Kingsley Coman is the man now coming onto the pitch, replacing Serge Gnabry. Will that be good enough? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Who is going to get that big? 72 minutes, and it is a penalty check which is going on. Seventy-three minutes on the watch. The ball is off for a throw. Sacha Boey, the man. Kimmich gets that good. Olise this time crosses the wings. Coman has got the hold of the ball. He is making those dribbles inside the box. Olise making that move for Sane, but Sane wasn't aware that move from Olise going to happen. But I don't know why Sane is, my mistake, Olise is not getting those shots today. He has just got a few shots in the first half, but in the second half, he has been looking in, making those assist providing aspects. After the involvement of Sacha Boy on the right backs, he has moved in more to the center parts. It's back to Stanisic. Harry Kane dropping down. Back to Stanisic. Substitutions coming in from Mainz. Felix Mubini is out. Nelson Viper is in. But Lee is the man from Mainz 05 who got those 2 goals in the previous leg. But for this leg, he hasn't been that impressive. But he generally makes those speedy runs against the goalkeeping aspect. Kingsley Coman and Min Jae Kim, both of them will be having those transfers to be upcoming if they are getting those potential transfers to be happening. But what are those substitute players which Bayern will be getting in? It will be the likes of those academy players joining in into those Bayern München senior. My goodness, Harry Kane, you are so slow. You have been fouled. Thank God on the edge of the box for the Bavarian defense. I don't know, at times Harry Kane becomes so slow and what happens wrong with him. But this season, Harry Kane is going to lift the Bundesliga trophy for sure. Because still with this 2 goal lead, and Leverkusen, on the other hand, with a 2 goal lead against Augsburg on the Bundesliga round 31. Both of these matches are happening simultaneously, but the point table where it is the 8 points difference with Bayern and Leverkusen, 3 more matches, 9 points. I don't think that there is only opportunity Leverkusen are having that. So Harry Kane will be lifting the first big trophy of his career at Bundesliga this season, and Bayern will be claiming the trophy by losing to Leverkusen the previous season. It is Coman who has got that to Harry Kane. Slow movement from Harry Kane, not getting those big moments enough. Harry Kane has become slowed down. Why won't he? Because Vincent Company playing Harry Kane for 90 minutes all along, all the matches. How can you afford a striker to be playing 90 minutes for all the matches all across the season, playing more than 50 games? It is not an easy job. Bayern has to get some super substitutes for Harry Kane. And Vincent Company not even getting the involvement of Thomas Muller as a substitute for Harry Kane. Harry Kane playing those 90 minutes. I hope he don't get any big injuries. That is what my concern is. Hope he doesn't get any big injuries. Because playing 90 minutes all across the season for more than 50 matches, not an easy job. You can't afford to do that. You may be of 100 million, you may be of 200 million. Playing all the matches, all the season, that is what Vincent Company has done big in getting those big injuries this season for Bayern. 78 minutes on the watch. Still, Mainz 05 are looking to break through the defense of Bayern, but after the substitutions of Min Jae Kim, both Stanisic and Dyer, they have been looking impressive. Both of them are looking impressive. Vidovic is the man available for those substitutions, but Vincent Company will not go. Vincent Company will not go. It is the presence of Palina, it is Goretzka is there, Vidovic is there, but Vidovic and Palina, they can be called in for those substitutions. But Vincent Company is not playing Vidovic anything into the squad to be happening. Vidovic is there for the squad to be making those substitutions. But no, Vincent Company is too rigid in making those lineups. But in this game, he has brought in Sacha Boy. I think Sacha Boy will now get those opportunities. Leroy Sané inside the box. He takes that again. That hits the woodwork. My goodness. Leroy Sané, my boy, you are not having that good time. That shot from Leroy Sané, again it hits the woodwork. It is that second shot which hits the woodwork from Leroy Sané for this match. Look at that. Bad time for Leroy Sané, not getting that big form back, as well as getting the woodwork hitting twice in a single game. That is a bad luck. I think the Mainz 05, their nets, they have just reduced the nets as well as the woodwork. Now on the 79th minutes, it is Thomas Muller seen coming onto the pitch. It is Thomas Muller seen coming onto the pitch. I hope Harry Kane gets some sort of rest. Harry Kane needs some sort of rest to be talking. 80th minute on the watch. A long ball from Mainz 05 for Bukard, but straight into the hands of Jonas Ubik. Image this time finds Leroy Sané. He has got that good. First touch from Sané wasn't good enough. Mainz 05 goalkeeper getting that clearance. Back to Ubik. Ubik has no denying the fact made those good saves. Ubik, no denying the fact, has made those good saves. Ubik has been making those good saves for today. No denying the fact, Ubik has been making those good saves. Two shots on target was there and Ubik made those saves good, but more of his character needs to be incoming. Kingsley Coman with that cross blocked. So Bayern are having that good moment on the pitch because the previous leg Bayern has got that 2-1 defeat and two goals were from Lee, and Leroy Sané was the man who got that sole goal, but still no goals yet been scored by. What a good defensive aspect from Stanisic against Jonathan Bukard. Jonathan Bukard hasn't been given a single opportunity in the second half against Stanisic, but in the first half, it was Jonathan Bukard who got two big opportunities. One was a straight win against Min Jae Kim, and it was all left for Jonas Ubik to be getting into the nets, but Bukard got that shot out of the woodwork. And Vincent Company getting the substitutions of Min Jae Kim has been good. Min Jae Kim has getting those tendon injuries, but hope he is on a transfer, and if Bayern gets those potential transfers, he will be sold, as well as the likes of Kingsley Coman. Two of them, Kingsley Coman as well as the likes of Min Jae Kim, both are on those primary aspects of getting sold this season. But Sacha Boy on the right backs has to be a bit clinical. It is Thomas Muller. Legend is coming onto the pitch. Look at the Bavarians. They are having those clapping moments. They are cheering for the legend Thomas Muller coming on to making the substitution. It is his last third game at the Bavarians at the Allianz Arena. Look at that. Thomas Muller is coming on the number 25, the iconic jersey, which is having. I don't know where Thomas Muller is going to be for the next season, but it is Thomas Muller, the legend, coming onto the pitch. This is his fourth last game for Bayern to be playing. Look at that. The fans are crying on the sidelines. They are just clapping that moment. They are rolling high for Thomas Muller. Danke, legend. Danke, you are our true spirit. Thomas, you are our true spirit. Look at the Bavarian flags. All are just waving high. It is that goal from Thomas Muller, I guess. Oh no, it is Eric Dyer who had netted that. Olise took that corner good. And it is Eric Dyer who nets that. It is 3-0. My scoreline is staying in the Bundesliga. We have got that redemption goal and clean sheet and a 3-0 win. Is that what we wanted from the start of the stream? It was our predictions that we are going to win this big, and we have got that. Olise taking that free kick. I mean, that was a corner to the first post. Eric Dyer getting that header moment. My goodness, Eric Dyer getting that goal against Enter. And now this is the header which he is getting on the first post. My goodness, 3-0 is the scoreline for the Bundesliga round 31 against Mainz 05. Eric Dyer getting that third goal and two goal involvements for Mikel Olise. This has been the story. Look at that moment. Legend Thomas Muller coming onto the pitch and just a goal, third goal coming on. The victory has been sealed. The victory has been sealed by Bayern. Dyer getting that against Bukard now. Stanisic finally getting that. Eric Dyer this time getting that header interception. Oh man, finally getting rid of the ball with that clearance. I want one goal to be incoming from Thomas Muller. I want legend Thomas Muller to be scoring one more goal. I want legend Thomas Muller to be scoring that fourth goal. Oh my god, Konrad Lama has been given that yellow card for that tackle. Oh my god, we have got that vote for a draw as well. 20% votes for a draw, 10% votes for Mainz on that poll section on the chat. Bayern has got 70% votes for that win. Give your votes, guys. Still, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section for that chat which has been pinned. Who is going to win this? As well as there is a Q&A that is Vincent Company good for Bayern. What are your views? Give your comments on that as well. Is Vincent Company good for Bayern? Give your votes on that as well. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. A free kick that is from Mainz 05. Oh my god, we are just short of 4 more subscribers for getting to the 1500 mark. Yes, press on that subscription button as well, those of you who are watching this. So finally, Harry Kane getting hold of the Bundesliga trophy is what the fans will be watching. A free kick for Mainz, header interception. Goretzka this time gets it good to the far post. But Mainz are now gaining to get some sort of momentum build up to get at least one goal, a complacent attitude or some sort of consolation which they want to be incoming at the Allianz Arena. Another substitution coming in. It is that young talent who is making his move. It is the likes of, the substitution of Jonah Kusiasare, the man coming in, and Harry Kane is now finally getting those rest moments. 87 minutes. What a late substitution that is from Vincent Company. 87 minutes 36 seconds, and it is Kusiasare, the man from the academy, coming in and substituting Harry Kane. Kusiasare is the man. He is tall enough. He comes in. Konrad Lama finally getting that clearance from inside the box. Olise has been fouled. Give him that red card. Give him that red card. Look at that. Mikel Olise has been fouled badly. It was a bad foul which was made. Sano, the man. Oh no, that was Amiri who made that tackle. Look at that. Amiri made that tackle to Olise. And now he gets that yellow card. It was a bad tackle, but refereeing by Bastian Dankert for today's game has been bad. This refereeing Bastian Dankert for today's game has been really bad. Goretzka passing that to Kimmich. Now Urbig. Urbig gets that clearance good Kusiasare trying to get that header. Interception from Mainz. It is Kingsley Coman and Kusiasare trying to win that ball. But I think Kusiasare is the man. He is that tall man staying high up on the pitch. Look at that positioning aspect of Kusiasare on the pitch. Will he is the new found Is he the new find of Bayern to be replacing Harry Kane for those substitutions? CSRA is having that good height as well. Look at the physical stats of Kusiasare coming onto the pitch. Jona Kusiasare is that man. He's 17 years of age from Sweden. Such a young man making his aspects into the pitch. From Sweden, Kusiasare, the man, will it be the likes of new Victor Gyökeres, which Bayern is developing? It is inside the box. They have got a shot, but Ubik gets that good. Ubik has got that good save. It is that 3 shots on target from Mainz 05, and Ubik has been doing his job so good for this game. I want these new players to be coming on, new academy players to be building in for Bayern for the next season. 90 minutes are up. 4 minutes of added time, 4 minutes of stoppage time, 4 minutes of stoppage time being added into that. Kusiasare, 17 years of age. Look at his positioning aspects. Look at his positioning aspects. He is a tall guy. He is making those runs, but look at his offensive awareness. What are the positions where he is taking to at most of the times? Dyer passing that to Ubik. Ubik getting that clearance. Police, a miss pass that is. Mainz are looking to somehow get a goal, a compliment, or some sort of relief after that 3-goal defeat for the reverse leg. Because at the BayArena for the first leg, Mainz 05 got 2-1 victory over Bayern, but now it is a clean sheet so far and a 3-goal victory for Bayern to be incoming in the Bundesliga round 31. A corner being taken to the first post. It was taken, but no threats for Ubik. 1 minute 30 seconds of the stoppage time are up. Look at that. Legend Thomas Muller just commanding the game from his position and asking Jonas Ubik to slow down the pace of the game because it is already 2 minutes into those stoppage time. Only 2 more minutes are left for this game to end. And Thomas Muller asking Jonas Ubik to slow the pace of the game. Look at his instructions. This is what a legend is, and this is what his presence makes the game control in such a good way. And Vincent Kompany not bringing in Thomas Muller for those replacements for Harry Kane, because Thomas Muller is a midfielder player, you can say that. He is that second striker, he can play that. He is that center forward, he can play that. From the left mid page, from the right mid page, it is to Thomas Muller. He gets that header. Jona Kusiasare, it was an assist, but shot being missed. Look at that legend, Thomas Muller, just trying to provide some assist to Jona Kusiasare, and he just couldn't get that. Oh my goodness. Thomas Muller, the way he has built Jamal Musiala, Bambi, I think Jona Kusiasare, the man, also needs to be built up. If Thomas Muller, the legend, was going to stay at Bayern for 1 more year, he could have built more upcoming and rising stars for Bayern. But he is departing. That is the sad story. He is departing Bavaria. It is a corner. Joshua Kimmich taking that to the far post. Eric Dyer has got that header, but it was some sort of unbalanced header, which he takes that. Now Mainz 05 are trying to get some sort of moments. Lammer, Kimmich getting that block good. Coman passing that. Missed touch from Coman. Stanisic recovering that ball good. Stanisic has that pace in him. He has got that speed in him. He looks that dribble. He looks with that move so good. Stanisic is definitely going to be staying at Bayern for long. He has to be the man talking. Eric Dyer, Kubik, Olise. 4 minutes are up and the referee has blown the whistle, and this is a win for the Bundesliga round 31 for the Bavarians, and it is 3-0. Danke Thomas, Danke legend, you are in our heart and you will be seen roaring high up. Stay for a few more seasons, my legend. Stay for a few more seasons. Thomas Muller, my man. Stay for a few more seasons. We need you at Bayern. Oh my goodness, Thomas Muller is going to leave. Thomas Muller is going to leave Bayern. And that is the story which will be looking on. That is the story which will be looking on. That is the end of the Bundesliga round 31. Oh my goodness. What an end is to that. With Bayern winning 3-0 up against Mainz 05. And the previous leg, it was Mainz 05 2-1. Lee was the man scoring those two goals, and Sane was the man single goal scoring opportunity he got, and Sane getting that. It was 2-1 for the first leg, and a redemption has been taken with Sane, Olise, and Eric Dyer getting those 3 goals for Bayern at their home leg for this redemption to be taken. This is the end of the story for Bayern, and Harry Kane will be officially lifting the trophy of the Bundesliga. The first ever big trophy for Harry Kane will be coming at the Allianz Arena in the Bundesliga by FC Bayern, and all of those post that the curse of Harry Kane, yes, it is going to be officially over. The curse of Harry Kane, which has been seen on most of those social media platforms, it is going to be over. 3 more matches left. Leverkusen on these Bundesliga round 31 has got 2-0 up against Augsburg. It is Buendia and Patrick Schick who has got those 2 goals, but still on the table, Leverkusen are 8 points behind Bayern Munich. And Dortmund, oh my goodness, look at that. Dortmund was 1 each against Hoffenheim in 60th minutes, and now they have got that 3-2 is the score line. Dortmund has been making that, because Dortmund, if they have to make that big and if they want to play the Champions League next season, they have to be making those wins. They have to be making those wins. If Dortmund needs to be making that 5 minutes off at a time, and it is 97 minutes 10 seconds, Anton getting that 5th goal on the 95th minute. Borussia Dortmund has made that victory over Hoffenheim, because it was the first leg where Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park got a draw against Hoffenheim, and now it is the reverse leg at the PreZero Arena. Hoffenheim at their home are now losing to Dortmund, and that was a clutch moment. Anton getting those header goals 95th minutes. My goodness, that is the story of the Bundesliga round 31, and we have got one more vote for Bayern. 73%. Yes, that game has ended. Bayern has won that, but we are now for that final watch of Borussia Dortmund and Hoffenheim. Dortmund are getting that win. I think the expectations of Borussia Dortmund under Nico Kovac, they are going to play the Champions League. They are going to play the Champions League. That is what the story is looking. Dortmund has made that a yellow card. That is for Stanley Lisoki. Anton has got that goal on the 95th minute. My goodness, Bundesliga round 31 is taking a big toll. My goodness, what is that which is happening? 98 minutes 30 seconds. A yellow card has been given, and still the game is going on. Hoffenheim getting that 91st minute goal for that second one, and Anton getting those on the 95th minute. My goodness, still the game is going on. 99 minutes on the watch. 99 minutes on the watch. Will Dortmund be making that good enough? Will Dortmund be making this victory counting good enough? Benjamin Brand, the referee on the pitch, will he be making this count? 10 minutes. It is up to those 100th minute. The game is continuing. Dortmund, will they keep this lead? Yes, finally the referee has blown the whistle and the game has ended. The game has ended. Dortmund has clinched the victory, guys. Dortmund has clinched the victory. With that goal from Anton, it was assist from Guirassy and Anton scoring that. Dortmund has made that. Dortmund has really made that. Oh my god, we have got one more vote for Bayern and Mainz, but Bayern has officially won that. 3-0 was the score line for Bayern getting that victory over Mainz. But one sad aspect was that Harry Kane just couldn't get a goal. That is the point which we'll be talking. We have got that 3-0 victory over Mainz, but Harry Kane hasn't got a goal, as well as Bayern hasn't found that perfect replacement for Kim Min-jae as well as for Harry Kane. These are the two aspects where you have to be talking. Leverkusen, on the other hand, 2-0 is the scoreline against Augsburg. Leverkusen has got that, but 8 points behind Bayern in the Bundesliga table. But Dortmund finally getting that third goal against Hoffenheim. And look at the table over here. It is Bayern at the top with 75 points, 8 points against Leverkusen, 90 goals Bayern has scored. Will they make it to 100 goals? 3 more matches left for Bayern this season. 90 goals they have scored. Will they score 100 goals? That will be another big feat achieving for Bayern this season. Can Bayern get those 100 goals this season? That will also be a big aspect. And 29 they have conceded. Bayern Leverkusen, on the other hand, has scored 66 goals, 35 they have conceded. Frankfurt 58 goals, 42 they have conceded. Freiburg scoring 44, 47 they have conceded. That is where Freiburg will be losing that. It is 51 points where Freiburg is standing. Dortmund are standing on 48 points. Leipzig on 49. Leipzig has a game today. It will be a big watch against Stuttgart. But it is Freiburg on 51 points. That is the place where the negative goal difference of -3 Freiburg will be just losing away that position if they get any sort of defeat, and Dortmund will be clinching to that 4th or 5th spot. That will be the aspect for, but the race against Frankfurt, it will be much, because Leipzig 49, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth position, that will be the place where it will be bit critical for this Bundesliga, who is going to play the Champions League next season. That is the place. Whereas Bayern with 3 matches in hand, I don't think that Vincent Company as well as Harry Kane has to get some sort of relief movements, but then also the Bundesliga glory is coming to Bayern again, and we are restoring that with that previous season loss to Leverkusen which happened. Vincent Company has done his job decent, but some of the big questions were rising are still in the mind of the fans, that sticking to the same lineups, getting some players injured, playing them 90 minutes all through the season, that has been a big thing which has happened, and not giving those playtime moments for Thomas Muller. That has also been that moment for Vincent Company to be answered. Some of unanswered questions are still remaining for Vincent Company and Bayern, with those new new management on the look for hunt of a new centre back, of a new forward, replacing the likes of Kim Min-jae as well as Kingsley Coman is the new talk of the town, which has to be answered. That is all for this watch along, and thank you for giving your votes. At the end of the month, we will be getting those big giveaways which will be happening. And apart from that, today we had the watch along of the Indian Super League, where Mohun Bagan Super Giants gets those victories over Kerala Blasters, a big massive victory. Joy Mohun Bagan, Joy Sabuz Maroon, and it is now at the Allianz Arena, FC Bayern getting those victories over Mainz 05. And late today, it is the Copa del Rey finals where the Los Blancos, Real Madrid, are going to face FC Barcelona. We'll be having the watch of that. So, three watch alongs for today, and Bayern going to clinch the Bundesliga, and Harry Kane going to clinch the first major trophy of his career in the colors of red and white, that too at the FC Bayern. FC Bayern has crushed the curse of Harry Kane, which was circulating all over the media. Harry Kane has done it. Back mass. Mia and Mia, boys. Mia and Mia. And Danke Thomas legend Muller making his appearance. It is a request. Stay one more season, my legend. Stay one more season at Bayern. That is what we want from Thomas Muller. Mia and Mia, back mass. Keep going, my boys. Keep going. The Bundesliga trophy is ours. Bye-bye. And do come in for the late night watch along of today. That is the Copa del Rey finals. FC Barcelona against the likes of Real Madrid. Will Real Madrid get those wins over Barcelona this season? The aspects of Xabi Alonso, Carlo Ancelotti, Jurgen Klopp, who is going to make that for those managerial aspects of Real Madrid. We'll be having the talk of that, as well as the poll section for those have been open on that live stream. The playlist has been created. Check on that and give your votes and give your comments on that live stream also. Bye bye guys. Keep going. Mia and Mia. Ekmas.